Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Man, what a group, eh? Group of death. Guys, before we get started, we gotta mention, man, to Hungary, wow, nobody expected them to do anything, okay? They 100% could have qualified into the knockouts. And they didn't, unfortunately, but wow, good for them, dude, because they were not considered part of the group of death. They were just chalked, okay? So, full credit to them, man. Like I said, in the Portugal game, guys, it's like I mentioned in the first game, football is football. It's not always about the score. We scored 3 goals because we scored a lucky deflection on the first goal, and then the rest of the 2 goals just came, okay? Because of good substitutions, to be honest, the players that we needed on the pitch and whatever. But we don't know if the game would have ended the same way if we didn't score that lucky deflection in the beginning. Okay, I just want you to know that because the Hungary game was not a straightforward game. It was by any means. Okay, defensively, very solid team and a very good unit. So, round of applause to them. You guys can't hear my claps because of the way that my mic is set up, but round of applause to them because they played fantastically well. Can we talk about the starting 11 today, guys? Yes, it's a 4-1-4-1 over here, but in game we are 4-1-4-1 and a 4-3-3. What did I tell you guys about a 4-3-3 with Ronaldo Sanchez playing at center mid? Okay? Ronaldo Sanchez is my baby. You guys know on Twitter when he was at Bayern, when I found out he was going to go to Lille, I even tweeted saying, I'm so happy that he's going to go to Lille because the guy's going to get playtime. He's going to show how good he was, blah, blah, blah. Amazing, bro. Okay? He even won the league this year. This 4-3-3, can we give another round of applause to Fernando Santos for actually understanding what needs to be changed for this Portuguese national team? Love it, okay? Bruno Fernandes has been weird this tournament. He's been a weirdo. Listen, I wouldn't mind if he started the next game ahead of João Moutinho. I wouldn't, because an informed Bruno Fernandes is way better than a João Moutinho. We have to admit to this, okay? Because the workhorse beast that Bruno can be is way more appreciated. But with João Moutinho, he had a solid performance. So if you wanted to start him off again, no problem. Ronaldo Sanchez, easy. 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 Easy choice. Okay? Easy choice. I told you guys the best lineup for us is in a 4-3-3 with Ronaldo Sanchez playing in the center mid position. This needed to happen, and he was fantastic yet again. Okay? Danilo Pereira, I don't mind Danilo Pereira. Like I said, I love Danilo Pereira. I do. People can say whatever they want about Danilo Pereira, but Danilo Pereira is a brick wall too. But Paulinho, when he went on today, was a brick wall too, man. The guy was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. And you know what? He showed that brilliance when he actually played, I would say, I could be wrong, but I think it was like 5 games ago, he played a game for us, bro, in the CDM position, and he was playing brilliantly well. Brilliantly well. I was like, oh my god, thank goodness we have an actual... Because, guys, William Carvalho, I hate when people say this. William Carvalho is not a CDM. I hate when people... Like, okay, you guys know when I do reviews for players, and I'm like, oh, you need to have the balance with somebody next to him, right? Like, Danilo Pereira is one of the CDMs. He has William Carvalho. Okay, that's fine. But William Carvalho is not a lone CDM. Paulinho and Danilo Pereira, those two together, those are CDMs. And those are the only players you can sub in and sub out, okay? So he takes out Danilo Pereira, puts in Paulinho. Paulinho has a fantastic performance, okay? The way that the game went, guys, 2-2, let's be honest, okay? And you guys know I'm not biased. I love football. I love when things go the right way. Never a penalty for France in the first one. Never. Never a penalty. Well, is the game turned soft nowadays? What's going on? Why is that a penalty? Okay, this guy, I don't know what the rules of the VAR is, but the man didn't even go check the screen to go see if it was a penalty. Mbappe runs into us, right? And then Nelson Semedo gives the penalty. No. I'm sorry, that's never a penalty. That's one of the softest penalties I've ever seen given. But regardless, you can't. When you're a professional, you can't complain. You gotta keep it going. If a decision happens, you keep it moving. You know what? The first half, I thought we were great, man. You know what? You know who's the nuisance? You know who's the nuisance for us today? It's this kid. I say kid, but you see this guy right here? Paul Pogba? When you have someone like this guy right here, this absolute specimen next to him, and it allows Pogba to freely move wherever the heck he wants, oh my goodness. Yo, Man United, you guys gotta do something. You gotta sign Ndidi. You gotta sign Declan Rice. You gotta sign one of those guys because you need someone like that for Paul Pogba to play the way that he played today. Because this guy's passes are unbelievable. Listen, never a penalty in the first time, but guess what? Paul Pogba's pass made that penalty happen. That's how it works. They got a penalty from it. Second pass to Benzema. Oh my, perfection. And then Benzema's Benzema. Like I have nothing to say about Benzema. Benzema's an amazing player. It is what it is, right? But never a penalty, guys. But Paul Pogba, man, every time he had the ball, I was terrified. I was literally terrified. I was like, please, we need to make some sort of sub in the middle of this pitch so we can block this man as much as possible because he was such a nuisance today, man. Absolute nuisance to deal with because he's so good. Again, first half of football was perfectly fine. Second half, we made the Paulinho sub. Love the Paulinho sub. Love it, okay? But not only that, Fernando Santos, man, and I told you guys in the first video, like, listen, man, if he wants to line up in a 4-2-3-1 to see what he needs to change as the tournament progresses, I'm totally down for that. I love this man, okay? Because the subs today, every single sub was perfection. But listen, I need to say this, bro, because if we had Pedro Neto in this tournament, okay, and we had Cancelo, I want you guys to take a look at this lineup, okay? Because Bruno Fernandes has been really weird. He has been really weird, but he is better than João Moutinho. He is, when in form, but right now he's been super weird. And to be fair, he's played a lot of games this season, so I don't blame him, to be honest. But listen, if we had Pedro Neto for this team, and Bernardo Silva was taken out and we put Pedro Neto there, it would be so perfect for the way that we play. I am totally cool, right, with him playing Jota. Like I said in the first game, guys, I even told you guys, listen, Jota had a bad game, but Jota is a good player. It happens in football. You have a bad game, but he is a good player because you know why? Because Jota is a workhorse monster. You know who else is a workhorse monster? Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto pushing forward and coming back, attacking like a monster is what this team needs on that right side. Bernardo Silva, he works for a team like Man City. You know, it's the same thing with Phil Foden, in my opinion. Like, the way that these guys move, the dribbling, the passing, it's perfect for that style of play. Portugal needs that Pedro Neto in that position, but Bernardo Silva, don't get me wrong, he's a workhorse monster. Imagine, right, if we had the option of putting Pedro Neto there, and then we put Bernardo Silva where João Moutinho is. Because, like I said, Bernardo Silva is a workhorse, guys. This guy actually moves up and down the pitch amazingly well. He actually saved us in a couple defensive opportunities because he has to block that right side because that was the biggest thing that was missing from our game against Germany, and he did a good job today. And again, learning process that people learn, and it's great, right? But imagine if we had that option so that we could put Bernardo in that center mid area. It would be amazing to work with. Amazing, okay? Because Bernardo's already played that center mid area for Man City, and he plays that area really, really well. To be honest with you guys, if we lined up like this for the next game again, I would not mind, considering the circumstances that we're in. Obviously, Cancelo being missed in this tournament is an absolute huge thing, but Nelson Semedo actually had a decent game today. But he had a decent game, guys. Cancelo is 100%. Oh my! If we had the right side with Pedro Neto and Cancelo, oh my goodness, it would be amazing. Absolutely amazing to work that right side. But Nelson Semedo was good today. He got a bad hamstring pull, I think, man. When he landed, oh man, I looked at my dad. I was like, oh, that was just the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. When he landed, you could see the pull, man. But hey, the subs, man, today. Bruno for Bernardo, perfect sub. Even though Bruno, we needed the fresh legs. We needed the workhorse beast. It could have been a penalty at the end with Coleman, but the contact at the back of his shin, right, was outside the box. Because I saw the replay from Sport TV, and it was outside the box, thankfully. But it could have been a penalty. 100% could have been a penalty, right? But we needed the workhorse. We needed the fresh legs. Great sub. Then, oh, this man today was fantastic, okay? Ruben Neves. Oh, thank you for putting Ruben Neves on the pitch for João Moutinho. Another good sub for the moment of the game. Ruben Neves saved us 2 different times on that occasion. One from a cross and one from a general clearance. A fantastic sub again, okay? This back four, guys. I don't mind this back four. I don't, right? I prefer Nuno Mendes at left back, but I think there's something like with him right now on the team, which is perfectly fine. It is what it is. But our back four, perfectly fine. I have no issues with it. But Paulinho today, man. When Paulinho was subbed on in that CDM position, oh my goodness gracious. But this is how, guys, I told you, man, in a 4-3-3, this is how we play best. We play best when we have a workhorse and someone like Renato Sanchez. If he improved in his passing stat, if he improved in his passing, by the way, it's just a little bit, you're looking at one of the best midfielders in the world, hands down, okay? Hands down. Danilo Pereira, again, I don't mind him. If he starts again, I don't care. But him or Paulinho, I don't want to see William Carvalho for him or Paulinho. No. Listen, guys, I'm not even joking when I say this, okay? Because you guys want to say whatever you want about William Carvalho. Say whatever you want, okay? But even if we played in a 4-3-3 and William Carvalho played for João Moutinho, even that I wouldn't mind. But we need a CDM in a 4-3-3. I don't want to see a 4-2-3-1 ever again. Because our best formation is a 4-3-3. It is. That's our best formation. Even a 4-4-2, even this, the 4-1-4-1, these are the formations we need to play. Not a 4-2-3-1. Okay? That's what I mentioned in the first game. The 4-3-3, best formation that we have. It is, bro. I'm telling you. So good. But if we had Pedro Neto in this team, it would be perfection. I'm telling you guys, man. I love that guy so much. But Renato Sanchez, oh, if he goes to Liverpool, what an amazing thing that would be for me. Honestly, I'm buying his shirt immediately, bro. Immediately. I'm gonna frame it like it's my prized possession. I swear on my life. Because I love this kid. I've always loved this kid, okay? When he used to play for Benfica, I always used to tell people, this kid is a nuisance. He's going to be one of the best things to happen in Portugal, okay? Went to Bayern. I don't even want to talk about the Bayern days, okay? I don't even want to talk about it. But this kid is so good, and he needs to start every single game, man. Every game. Every game, bro. Listen, in my ideal 4-3-3, I would use Andre Silva up top at striker and Ronaldo on the left side. But I understand why Fernando Santos lines it up like this, because Ronaldo is not a workhorse man to push back, especially at his age nowadays. 35, 36 years old, I think he's 36 nowadays. Jota is. Jota can have a terrible game, and just like the first game he keeps him on, Jota can have a terrible game, but the man offers you work rates in a team, which is super, super vital in football nowadays, especially since Guerrero is super attacking minded, okay? So it makes perfect sense. This is why I love this man. He makes great decisions for us. Starting off the 4-2-3-1 in the beginning of the tournament, I do not mind. I do not mind because he understands when he needs to adapt, and I absolutely love that. The game today was great. The referee, guys, he was sus. Let's be honest, okay? The first one is never a penalty, right? A couple moments later, Nelson Semedo fouls Mbappe. No foul, right? Then what happened after? Koundé, man. Koundé was so unlucky. I don't blame Koundé. I really don't. Koundé, bro, he was trying his best to not do the arm motion, right? Because if it was like an initial cross, it would have been fine. But he was doing his best to not do it. And then from the deflection, that's when the arm went up, you know? Super unlucky by him. But obviously, I'm taking the penalty every single day of the week, 100%. And Ronaldo, ice in his veins for those bad boys, huh? Ice in his veins. Just takes brilliant penalties. Brilliant penalties because he goes in the opposite direction of the goalkeeper, to be fair. He's great at penalties. Good stuff there. There's not really much else to add. Pogba, man. Pogba to that pass to Benzema was just dumb. Just dumb, bro. This guy, like, oh, he's one of the best passers in football. Like, people don't understand how good Pogba is, man. Like, look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's so funny how Didier Deschamps, he still does this, huh? Tolisso, because they rotate constantly. They're always doing this, bro. 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. Constant. I swear to God, that's what they do, bro. But the way that Pogba can play in this team, because he has competence over here, is insane. If Pogba had Matic from like 6 or 7 years ago, then he would be great. But Matic is like up there now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's at that point. So they need to sign someone like Declan Rice or Ndidi or, bro, hey, go sign Paulinho if you want. You know? Go sign Paulinho. He plays for freaking... He's like what? He's like a nice little primed like 27-year-old that plays for Braga. Like, he's a Braga player. 25. Sporting Braga. What am I saying? Because Sporting Braga. But you know what I'm saying. Sporting, man. Epa. You know? Dude. Listen, man. This is what I told you guys in the first video. I like Fernando Santos. I like the decisions that he makes. I don't have to agree with everything. I just understand how football works, and I understand how you have to make changes when the moment strikes. Okay? I love him for that. I love when he understands the changes that he has to make. There's really not much else to say about the game today, to be honest. Diogo Dalot, when he went on the pitch, he was awesome. in the right back position. He really was. Diogo Dalot, like, yo, he got bigger ever since his FC Porto days. Guys, you have to understand why Dalot is so good, okay? Dalot is a good replacement for Cancelo. I'll tell you why, okay? The man knows how to whip in a cross, bro, okay? But not only that, he's a very strong defensive player. He is. But it's a little bit tough right now because he hasn't had too much game experience with Portugal. So it's the same situation as like Ricardo Pereira, right? So Ricardo Pereira, I would say like 3-4 years ago, played for us, but he played for us like as a newbie, right? So he had a really, really bad game. But Nelson Semedo has had that experience, that consistency, so he's kind of lucky in regards to that. Dalot doesn't have that consistency and experience, but if he did, I'm telling you guys, bro, Dalot could even be better than Semedo in my opinion because the guy is massive, great defensive presence, and can attack, guys. He's so good at attacking while being strong because the man knows how to whip in a ball. For the FC Porto B team, when he used to play for us, if you guys ever watched his games, left back position, the guy could play left back and just whip in like this, man. I don't mind the team. If he starts it off like this again, I have zero problems considering the circumstances of the squad. Rafa is more of a super sub in my opinion, so I don't mind that he doesn't start him. He's great to have in like the 65th, 70th minute to really destroy the defense with pace. That's what he is. It's pace and dribbling. You know, the subs that he made today with Ruben Neves for João Moutinho, just everything. It was so good. It was so good. It really was. Every sub just made sense for the way that we had to perform at that very moment. It was perfect. So next game, guys, Belgium. Really tough game. Belgium, if Bruno actually ends up playing the next game against Belgium, it's going to be De Bruyne versus Bruno on my Twitter timeline the entire time. But guys, KDB, man, please. Bruno Fernandes in form is really good. I love Bruno. I love him. I told you guys at Sporting the guy was the next big thing. He's tough this tournament. Don't get me wrong, he is. But he's a great player, man. He's played a lot of games this season. But KDB, have you guys seen the passes KDB did this Euro Championship so far? Please, man. The guy can do a turnaround FIFA pass in real life. You can do a turnaround FIFA pass if he wants. Guys, that's it for the video. I just wanted to talk about it. We got rocked by Germany. We had to fix the fullback position. That was the biggest thing. We did by having workhorse monsters in Bernardo and Jota, but if we had Pedro Neto, oh, I would love it. I would love it. But hey, if we start off like this next game again, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, if it was up to me, one sub, take out Danilo, put in Paulinho, and then João Moutinho, you could do whatever you want with that position. William Carvalho, you could put Ruben Neves, 100%. You could put Bernardo Silva there, but then you would have to have a winger, which we don't really have, to be honest. You know, if we had Pedro Neto, oh my god. If we had Cancelo too. But guys, we actually we have a decent chance this Euros. We do, man. We really do have a decent chance with the right lineup, 100%. The right moments happen, we could do it again. We could do it again. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, my dudes. Love you guys.